Extremely excited to be joined on this episode of Shift Happens with BYD's Executive Vice President, Stella Li. Stella, thank you so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're leading one of the world's most interesting brands in terms of what's going on in automotive at the moment.
Yes.
How does it feel right now to be leading BYD?
Yeah, very exciting. I feel like I've been fully charged, dancing to work every day.
Dancing to work,
Yes.
flash charging, you might
Flash
say.
charging, yeah, flash charging.
The numbers are incredible, right? So,
Yes.
Just to recap, 4.6 million new energy vehicles last year.
Yeah.
And even in the UK, I think last quarter, over 20,000 registrations for BYD. You went from 1 million to 3 million in the space of a few months in terms of cars being sold. What breaks at that speed? What goes wrong underneath the hood? What's causing you challenge?
Yeah, I think first I need to answer is what's making this happen is because the innovation technology. BYD has 120,000 R&D engineer and invent 52 patents. Then we have we are innovative company, and also we are heavy strongly vertical integration company. So this is build up BYD strong capability to scale up and then to ramp up a capacity quickly. In the past 4 years, every year we're building more than 1 to 1.5 million capacity per year. So this is a huge, manufacturing capability plus vertical integration make this happen.
And that vertical integration, you produce your own windscreens, your own interiors. Is that what gives you one of the biggest competitive edges versus a sort of traditional manufacturer?
Exactly, but the parts we produce is mainly the core technology, is the battery, power system, and the motor, and also engine, and also everything related with the electric car. So it's not only just mechanical parts. So with this capability, help us to make innovation much faster, much easier.
It feels that way. When I was in Shenzhen last year, I remember looking around the factory and thinking, this doesn't feel like an automotive company. This feels like a technology company. Is that rooted in the culture of BYD now?
Yeah, we are. Because BYD is not just a car. We are one of the leading company for the electronics devices assembly. 1/3 of global smartphone as a component or the final phone assembly are done by BYD. And also BYD is the leading vendor for battery storage. And then our battery storage can use for utility scope and also corporate, and also use for home energy system. And also we are one of the leading supplier for batteries for electric buses, electric trucks. So BYD is not just car. We are the technology around the whole ecosystem. Now today, after March 5th, we officially launching the flash charging. Then we also officially announced we're going to build 20,000 flash charging station in China, 6,000 in overseas in next 12 months. This makes BYD also to become ecosystem. We're sell the car, but also we're building the future fuel station here.
That flash charging seems to be one of those moments in the industry that's going to be game changing. Consumers up until now have had range anxiety for EV vehicles.
Yeah.
What are we likely to see across Europe? So the 20,000 chargers that you're launching in China, how soon are consumers likely to get the same sort of offering in Europe?
So now with our flash charging technology, with the second generation blade cells, you can make it 5 minutes ready and 9 minutes full from 10% to 97%. Then in the even cold temperature, minus 30 degrees C, you just add 3 more minutes. This is huge game changer. And then the recharging is as fast as refueling now. And then BYD will build charging infrastructure. Then we in one action, we solve all the concern. So then this one is actually also allowed BYD. Even in China, we have a high EV penetration, but the BYD always only had a business chance on the 60% in beginning of this year, 30% of the NEV penetration, right? But now, with the flash charging technology, enable us to jump to 100% market competition. We now can compete with ICE car and the 1-to-1. And now today, with all the geopolitical situation happening, make the oil price increasing, and then the gasoline price really hurting the people's daily life now. It's become like a wake-up call, and they also make people think, oh, my friend driving EV, they still enjoy the savings. They are not impact. I'm the person only the person impact. Then they will went to the the store to consider the electric car. So in March, our sales demand in Australia is 3 times more comparing with January, and then even in UK, and then also in Germany, we see the a double digits growth. So more people now is jumping to EV, and now also with BYD flash charging technology here, I think we're gonna to convince 100% customer to consider EV.
I suppose you've lifted the last remaining barrier for people to sort of cross that chasm and buy an EV. Yeah. But even still, you have a great range of hybrid products. That the UDMI products are also extremely popular in the UK and across Europe. Yeah. It feels like you've got the bet right. Lots of manufacturers over the last few years have spent time talking about autonomous driving, whereas BYD has really doubled down on the battery tech. And was that a strategic decision?
Yeah, BYD also doubled down on our software engineer, also autonomous driving, intelligent driving. So maybe in very soon, BYD will make another big announcement and to really unveiling our autonomous driving technology.
Sounds like another milestone.
Exactly. So BYD is keep on building protection river in the market, make ourselves towards build. Is become like a weakness globally is a technology company. Is BYD is not just a car. It's a BYD is the ecosystem. It's technology.
It makes sense with the battery storage, with the charging infrastructure and everything that goes with it. A lot of the time, BYD is put alongside Tesla for the last few years as almost like industry rivals together. Has that changed? Is Tesla really the core competition, or has the market just totally shifted for BYD?
No. Before is only talking about EV. Then you think EV company compete each other. But now with BYD move to competing with all the market. This means BYD EV now with the flash charging competing with ICE car, gas company. All the ice car industry. Yeah, the whole industry.
So you've got full coverage. You were very public about some of the challenges when it comes to regulation. So in the UK, we have the ZEV mandate, and other markets have similar things. The UK introduced an EV grant scheme that BYD wasn't a part of, and
all the Chinese companies not a part of the game. This is not fair.
You called it stupid. I would love to hear your thoughts on how that should be in place, or what a fair policy would look like.
So actually, if you compare, because I studied every country's policy, UK has the best policy. You have the a clear target, and then also you have schedule to achieve this target, and then you have tax benefit, and then the people buy EV, they can really have benefit, reduce the income tax.
It's a consumer benefit,
consumer benefit. So this is very sustainable, very good. It's not necessarily need to put some cash incentive, because just like in China, they put some incentive for the tax benefits there. And then in January and February this year, they make a move away. Suddenly, the NEV market dropped from 62% and to 30% in the Q1 this year. So it's hurting the industry, also hurting all the manufacturing. It's not sustainable.
What's your view? What would be sustainable?
Sustainable is what UK is doing without the cash benefit. Then give companies income tax benefit if you drive EV, and give the benefit for CO2 saving, and give credit. Then the people can trade, can offset a lot of investment here, and also building more electricity, and then give subsidy for the electricity infrastructure, charging infrastructure company. This is because this is the infrastructure. If you build, will help the whole industry over there.
That makes perfect sense. We've seen great success, obviously, as we've seen with BYD all over the world. I think we're anticipating lots of success and sort of entry from brands like Denza. There aren't many new entrant brands that have truly cracked premium or luxury cars. What makes Denza different?
Yeah, innovation, technology, experience. So talking about the luxury brand is not just about the product. It's about the feeling. It's about the experience. So now with Denza, from the design, from the technology, we give people a different feeling, different experience. Each time we show the customer to the car, they say, wow. Then if they drive, then they can make the drifting. They say, wow. Then they can, then you're driving at a 200 kilometers per hour. One tire blew up, then still very stable driving. They say, wow, the safety. This indicator is like a premium and is driven by the safety, right? And so this kind of wow effect is driven by technology and then also by your feeling, by your emotional connection. So then we use the slogan saying technology drives elegance. Then this will help us to really crack into this premium market.
It's interesting how much of a shift there is on the emotional connection for consumers. I think that's something that the entrant brands are moving to quite quickly, but it definitely stands out with Denza and BYD. One thing that that's particularly stood out to me, obviously Carwow works very closely with BYD in several markets, particularly the UK, is just how much autonomy there is in the individual markets to build a strategy that works specifically to the market. Is that by design? Is that part of the core culture?
Yeah, it's the core culture. BYD, anytime we do is always we're looking for a long-term vision. We don't easily to make a decision, do something. But once we do something, we need to make sure we need to be super successful. And also BYD has been very successful in UK. But then when we select the dealer, we select the most qualified dealer. And then when we're doing the work, we're talking about the spare parts, NPS. Then we take care of the used car market. The whole picture. Because we want, you're not just introduce the car, you're also taking care of customer and you're taking care of residual value. Then you're also taking care of the whole supply chain for the spare parts supplier. Then you will play your BYD brand is one of the trust brands and the trust products in long term, not a short term. We don't like a short term play. We always take it very. It will take us maybe double work and very hard work, but we're looking for long-term sustainable progress.
There's an old military phrase that is slow is steady and steady is fast, but I don't think anyone would call your approach slow. but that makes sense.
Yes.
I think I can definitely see that. And in terms of what we have with the group, it feels like a longer-term partnership. In terms of the other brands that we're likely to see, is there a gap in commercial vehicles at the moment? Lots of the focus is on sort of passenger cars, but it seems like the next sort of battleground is commercial vehicles. What's the plan for the group on commercial vehicles?
Yeah, we're going to introduce a commercial vehicle with a flash charging technology. Will be very strong. And then our target is really to make our almost if you're talking about the 12 years, the vehicle is almost free of charge for you. Because the fuel saving will pay back all the cost of the vehicle.
Which I guess for a business.
As for business, it's super powerful because now today, why we have the barrier to push electric trucks, electric a van, there's no charging place. Then the electricity cost is too high, and then the cost of the vehicle is too high. So then the business owner is a single individual business owner. What's the incentive for them to buy?
Yeah.
So BYD will re-changing all the gaming here.
Makes total sense. The lockout of Chinese brands for the US market, is that something you think will stay for the long term, or do you think this is something we're likely to see eventually ease?
Yeah, no, we just did not pay attention because we already make our strategy. We don't need to go to US market. Yeah, we focus on any other market, then we can be successful. We already been successful.
Amazing. We've spoke a lot about emotion, and we spoke about the challenges that come with launching a premium brand and how much that relies on emotion. We've had the pleasure of catching up over the last few years at Goodwood and seeing some amazing things that you guys have been doing. What's the plan for Goodwood this year?
Oh, we have big plans. So because we're gonna to do the global launching for Denza Z in Goodwood, and also we're gonna to officially invite the Yang Wang, and then to introduce Yuna Extreme and unveiling there to show all the potential customer. And also we're gonna to do another a brand launching for BYD.
A new brand?
Not a new brand, new model for BYD.
Amazing.
Yeah, launching over there.
Amazing.
Yeah, so this will make a Goodwood. It's we're talking cover with 3 brands. BYD, we have a lot of launching. You dream about the pickup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a chance to drive pickup in a Goodwood, and this for BYD. Then the second is for Denza. We have Denza Z is global launching, and then we have BYD is the European launching. So my teams review this and say, "Hi Stella, how we can handle is we have 5 new models gonna to launching in one place and in 1 week. Yeah, so we're gonna to have a lot of fun over there."
It sounds it. Maybe less fun for your team, but it sounds like it's going to be very fun.
Exactly.
You guys always do it big. I always find it really interesting how with the number of brands you have, what the Yang Wang brand does as a halo. So I saw there were customers in the US that have imported the cars themselves. That's how much they wanted them.
Yeah, exactly. I do have a customer, special flew from Brazil to choose his car. So this is exactly the excitement, the experience we want to build. Is then the people feel this car is the memory and the excitement and the big award and the special moment for them.
It's amazing.
That's BYD.
How much a role does social media play in all of that? You guys let it happen organically, or is there
It's organically. You see a lot of influencer came from US or came from any place. They say, "Oh, can we visit the BYD? I want to see the car swimming in the water. And also I want to see the car dance with me."
Yeah.
They generate so much fun. The dancing with the car and then jumping in the car, swimming in the water.
This was the iShow Speed live podcast. I think that got something like crazy, multi-millions of views.
Mm-hmm.
But it was amazing to see. So the brand stands for Build Your Dreams. You've been with the brand and taken it through an amazing journey.
Mm-hmm.
What's your dream for the next 5, 10, 15 years for BYD?
Yeah, I think we can use continuous build your dreams. This dream not only by us, our dream is a dream for every single customer. So, for example, Z9 GT we're just launching in Paris for Denza. Then when you drive this car, you can dream yourself become a hero. You can be more like
James Bond.
Yes, you can be even better than him, even better than Daniel Craig. Yeah, and then you can dream about yourself as a Formula One driver.
Yeah, and
then you can dream about yourself as the most celebrity, because the moment you walk out from your car, you feel you are the hero. We continually deliver this kind of excitement for our customer. Then we call the build your dream. Now is a dream of themselves.
It's really interesting.
And then today, when I'm sitting there, I'm going to talk to my marketing director, Jose. I say, you need to make some video to showing Denza Z is a dream about love, dream about the romantic, dream about your life. It's a passion.
Yep.
Yeah.
I suppose that comes to life even more with a premium brand like Denza. It gives you so much more room to play with things.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of fun. Yeah. But you see, this is all driven by all BYD engineers, 120,000 R&D engineers. A lot of young engineers, they come out, they don't have any limitation boundary. They just dream big, make it happen.
Huge scale.
Yeah.
I have one last question whilst we still have you. What is a sort of controversial opinion that you hold about the future of the industry that others might not have? What's the different view that Stella Li has for the industry over the next 10, 15 years?
Yeah. So it's very interesting. In China, you're here, everybody talking about innovation, how it can be better than you, how it can be more innovative than you. But if you go back to Latin or Europe, then people is, oh, we should maybe make my engines bigger, or we still have a lot of business there.
Yep.
They did not talking about innovation. They did not talking about like a investment for the future. That is a huge difference.
So what are
very,
they talking
very different.
about there? They're talking about
They're talking about like a gasoline car still have a chance. Maybe we don't need to invest for electric car. So you hear from US, from also European, a lot of companies continue talking, oh, maybe we need to invest more money for the gasoline car, ICE car. Yeah, maybe stop investment for the EV because we're losing money. We cannot compete with Chinese companies. Then say, well, we should put a tariff protect us.
Mm-hmm.
But think about the whole world. When you're weak, you need protection. When you're strong, you don't need protection. Then the more protection will make you weaken.
It's a cycle that plays the wrong way.
Exactly. So you just like the CEO from Mercedes-Benz, he's saying, I need, even China is like competitive, but I want to join the competition, make me stronger.
It breeds innovation, the more competition there is.
Exactly. But don't use politics, tariff to protect you. That's what kill you in a long time.
An open market drives competition, innovation.
Yeah. Then if you survive from this competition, you're going to be stronger. But don't argue the government put more tariff, more protection on you.
Makes sense. I'm looking forward to hearing more of the feedback on policy.
Yeah.
Stella Li, thank you so much for joining us on Shift Happens,
the
Carwow Group. We really, really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.